Hello, friends, and thank you as always for visiting the Legend Sports Universe YouTube channel, Legend Sports Universe, where legends play forever. When Cubs rookie Lon Warneke and Dodgers standout Dazzy Vance clashed in Game 4, we were treated to a terrific ball game, a 2-2 tie until Roy Campanella's 3-run homer in the 7th lifted the Dodgers to a 5-2 win that evened the series at 2 games apiece. They meet again, with the series tied again. Only this time the stakes are much, much bigger. Game 7, both teams in search of their first NL Pennant, and thus their first trip to the World Series. The Cubs having the worst record to make an FSBL postseason thus far has been mentioned ad nauseum. It hasn't meant a thing, though. They took down the 2-time defending champion Giants and have stood toe-to-toe here with the Dodgers, who fell in the NLCS a year ago. They'll try to avoid that same fate a second time here at Wrigley Field. Game 7, sports' greatest phrase, Dodgers and Cubs, live now. These two teams have alternated wins throughout the series. If that holds true, the Cubbies are heading to the World Series. Rookie Lon Warneke clashes against Dazzy Vance for the second time in the series. Vance has been sensational. Warneke has been very, very good. We should get a good matchup here. It is pretty much all hands on deck for these two teams. Clayton Kershaw and Bill Hands are off the table, given their Game 6 appearances, but pretty much everybody else can give some sort of performance. There you see Warneke, 1-1 at 2.51 ERA in his pair of postseason starts. That's saying all hands on deck. Fergie Jenkins is able to throw a couple of innings for the Cubs. Sandy Koufax will be available for at least a couple of innings for the Dodgers, if necessary. But it starts out, Lon Warneke, Dazzy Vance, Jackie Robinson steps in. First pitch of the ball game is a called strike on the inside corner. Greg Gurecki joins us. Nathaniel Lynch joins us as well. Good to see you, gentlemen. Thank you for coming to the ballpark. Game 7, 0-1 pitch from Warneke. Curveball misses down low. Warneke getting ahead of hitters will be a huge key to his night. He has had a very nice rookie season for these Cubbies. 1-1 offering. Robinson lashes one the other way down the right field line, but foul. Oh, Jackie Robinson just missing extra bases into the right field corner. Instead, the count is 1-2. Big curveball smacks it to the right-hand side. Darwin Barney gets the start at second base over Javier Baez. They go with the better defender here in Game 7. Your Dodgers lineup, Robinson, Davis, and Brothers, Campanella, Wheat, and Collins, Lopes, Freezer, and Bill Russell round things out for the Dodgers. SDJ Jamie checks in. How are you, buddy? Should be a good one. I'm hoping so. Here's Willie Davis. Davis swinging a very nice bat. Screwball from Warneke is in there for a called strike. Davis batting .304 in the playoffs. Alternate History 100. Good to see you, my friend. Thanks for swinging by. I hope you're well, sir. Curveball from Warneke misses inside. One pitch. Comes inside again. It's 2-1. A lot of pressure for the rookie right-hander, Lon Warneke here. Curveball. Fouled off by Davis, and the count goes to 2-2. Warneke rocks and fires. Fastball down low. Davis chases one out of the zone and fouls it off. Hartnett sets up inside. Warneke delivers. Davis pulls it foul. Chilly October night here at Wrigley. 2-2 from Warneke. Fastball. Davis fights off another. Good battle here. Willie Davis and Lon Warneke. Here in the opening stanza. 2-2 pitch. A changeup. Davis makes contact, but he's out in front. Warneke looking for a put-away pitch here. Davis keeps fighting him off. Curveball swung on and missed. Down goes Davis. Warneke wins a lengthy battle there, gets his first strikeout, and there's 2 away. So that will bring up Dan Brothers. Zach Weed has gone cold. So Weed and Brothers have flipped back to their original spots. Weed and Brothers have both been ice cold in this series. Brothers is batting 167 in the playoffs. We've talked about him virtually every game. 300 hitter each of the 4 seasons in the FSBL. Ranked 9th in the league in batting during the regular season this year. 26 homers, as you see there. In Game 1 of the division series against the Phillies, Brothers hit 2 homers. He has done virtually nothing since then. Far too good a player to believe he's been cold for 2 weeks in this clutch situation. But alas, that's what happened. Fastball upstairs, tries to hold up, and they punch him out. Warneke fans Brothers, 2 Ks for Warneke. And the side is retired. So the Dodgers go down in order in the top half. Cubbies coming up here at Wrigley, bottom of the first, Game 7. They will face Dazzy Vance. Vance 3-0. He has won all 3 postseason starts at 2.7 ERA, more than a strikeout per inning. 1.15 whip. You'll see he hasn't really given up that many hits. He has issued 9 walks in 20 innings. Vance is going to have to try to avoid the free passes. Here's Bill Lang. Lang batting 293 in the playoffs. So it's been 2 very different series for Lang. He devastated the Giants in the division series. He has not had the same fortune against the Dodgers here in the NLCS. First pitch from Vance, misses away. Fastball there, is in for a call strike. And Jameis going to hurt his free agent value. Well, yeah, I checked. Brothers, he's arbitration eligible. Is actually what he is. So it's going to be a matter of whether they offer him arbitration or let him go and take an extra draft pick for him. I'm inclined to think Brothers is going to get offered arbitration here, though. 1-2. Lang out in the right center. That's going to get down in front of Reeser. He cuts it off, but Phil Lang has a leadoff single to open things up in the bottom of the first. Good start for the Cubbies. Here's Phil Cavarretta. Cavarretta batting .250 in the postseason. First pitch from Vance, fastball up high. Lang in the top 5 in stolen bases in the National League. He is a threat. The Dodgers are very much aware of it. Vance from the set. Delivers. Fastball misses away. It's 2-0. Vance blowing on the hand on this chilly night. Doing over the count. Vance from the set. Takes a glance over at Lang and delivers. Curveball down in the dirt. Blocked by Campanella. Snap throw down to first. Lang gets back without any issue. But the count is now 3-0 to Cavarretta. Fastball in there for a called strike. Vance will try to battle back from the 3-0 hole. Delivered. Fastball Popped up, shallow left field. Going out on it is Russell out of no man's land. It's a blue base hit. Lang will hold at second, but the first two men are on for the Cubs here in the bottom of the first. Here is Stan Hack. Hack batting .308 in the playoffs. So the Cubs have something brewing here early. Fastball misses away. It's 1-0. Vance from the set. Delivers. Fastball, Hack fouls it off. The winner of this game will meet the Boston Red Sox in the 4th annual Franchise Stars Baseball League World Series. The game seen on the channel last night, the Red Sox ended the Twins' miracle run over these last 2 months. A 4-3 victory for the Sox, punching their ticket in Game 6 on the American League side of the Legends. 1-2 fastball from Vance, misses outside. Vance delivers. Curveball swung on and missed. Hack strikes out, and there's one away.
Batting fourth, the right fielder, number 43.
Wicked curveball there from Vance, and a big strikeout. Here's Bill Nicholson. So Nicholson, the power hitting rookie, he's gone a bit cold at the plate. He's now down to 222 in the postseason. He takes a fastball away. Homer and 5 RBIs. Got a couple of big hits. And low average during the regular season, but 41 homers on the campaign for Nicholson. A big reason the Cubs are here in this situation. Fastball misses inside, 2-0. Welcome to History 100. Says, Al, Red Sox fan. We hope you're happy with the World Series. Absolutely. Absolutely. Noted Boston fan. Al, Red Sox fan. Shot down to first. Diving stop by Brothers. Vance covers. And they get the second out. The runners move up, but a nice play by Dan Brothers to knock that down and save at least a run. Your Cubs lineup, Lang, Cavaretta, and Hack, Nicholson, Santo, and Hartnett. Hafko, Dallin, and Barney round things out for the Cubs. Here is Ron Santo. Santo is batting .351 in the postseason. He has been terrific throughout the playoffs. Fastball misses inside. Homer and 4 RBIs. Santo had that big 2-run homer in the 8th inning of Game 5. With the Cubs up 3-2 in the series, but Clayton Kershaw stifled them in Game 6 to get us here. 1-0 pitch. Fastball is a called strike. This will be a tough one for the Cubbies. First and second, nobody out in the first. Come away empty. 1-1 pitch. Fouls them off. You're not intentionally walking somebody in the first inning. No way. Don't give up 3 base runners. One-two pitch. Santo fouls it off. One and two. Vance delivers. Fastball. Santo pulls it foul. 22 pitches here in the opening frame for Vance. One-two pitch. Curveball. Santo lays off. Crowd on its feet here at Wrigley. Opening their standout third baseman can come through with a big hit here. 2-2 offering from Vance. Breaking ball. Santo deep to left. Oh my goodness. 3-run homer, Ron Santo. The crowd at Wrigley goes electric. And the Cubs have a 3-0 lead in Game 7. Oh my goodness! Santo does it again for the Cubbies. Vance goes curveball, Santo goes yard. 3-0 Chicago in the bottom of the first. Wow. Oh, that is huge for Chicago. Santo unloads. Oh my goodness. Here's Gabby Hartnett. Well, that brings the crowd at Wrigley to its feet. Hartnett batting .324, no homers, 3 RBIs. You're not intentionally walking somebody in the first inning, my friend. That is not something that would be done. You don't give up free base runners like that, regardless of the result of that play ended up happening. You're not intentionally walking somebody in the first. Not with a pitcher who's 3-0 in the postseason on the mound, especially. Dwayne March checks in. How are you, Dwayne? 2-1 the count. Yes, yes. I love that stuff. Like the animate, again, little animations like that. Vance with his hands on his head after that. You just, like, so many little things like that they get right. It's why stuff like the uniform glitch and things like that blow my mind. But he gets whiffed to end the inning. But Ron Santo continues to just come up with big moments for the Cubbies. 3-run jack. We head to the second. It's 3-0 Cubs here in Game 7. So here's Roy Campanella. Campanella batting .273 in the postseason. 3 homers, 9 RBIs. Campanella, arguably the hottest Dodgers hitter other than Willie Davis. He deals. Campanella tattoos one but gets out in front of it. 8 for his last 20. Curveball there, swung on and missed. Going to the count. Warneke deals. Fastball swung on and missed. Down goes Campanella, and there's one away. Third strikeout in the first 4 outs for Lon Warneke. So that'll bring up Zach Wheat. Wheat, 300 in the regular season, but he's now only batting .234 here in the playoffs. Screwball there, misses down low. He delivers. Fastball. Wheat tries to hold up, but that was, I believe, a called strike anyway. It's 1-1. Throughout this series, the crowd in the chat has certainly been pulling for the Cubbies over the Dodgers here. I think that's just more liking the romantic nature of the Cubs more than anybody having anything against the Dodgers. Except for Christopher C., our noted Giants fan, who would have just wanted anybody other than the Dodgers to win. Ground ball to short. Dallin has it. Throws over to first, and there's 2 away.
That is it. The designated hitter, number 12.
So here's Ripper Collins. Collins batting .323 in the playoffs. He's got a homer as well. Fastball misses down low. 1-0 pitch. In there for a called strike. Warneke throwing very comfortably right now, seeming undaunted by Game 7. Despite his rookie status. 1-2 the count. Here's the pitch. Fastball misses inside. It's 2-2. Ground ball down past Santo down the third base line. That's a fair ball. Gotten too quickly. He's trying for second. Collins tries to force it, and that is a terrible decision by Ripper Collins. You've got the hit. I know the bottom of the Dodgers order hasn't been doing much, but that ball was gotten to quickly by Pafko down the line there. Collins does not run well enough to test that out, and Pafko throws a dart. Bottom of the second, 3-0 Cubs, and here is Andy Pafko. That's actually Pafko's second assist of the series. Pafko batting .316. Vance needed 29 pitches to get through the first. He'll look to settle in here in the second. First pitch is fouled off. Down 3, just get base runners. We'll see if that comes back to burn the Dodgers. Perhaps a little panic setting in there on Collins with the poor judgment. Again, it's only the second. You got plenty of ball games left here. It's 3-0, not 8. Fastball misses down low. One and 2 the count. Ground ball the second. Lopes has it. Throws the first, and there's one away. Jamie asks, why does Pafko have the chin guard? Did he get hit earlier in the year? I think that's actually just a helmet that was a sign that I didn't edit it when I created him. I don't think it does that. And Pafko actually was hurt earlier in the year for a little bit. But I don't think that the show does a lot of smart things. I don't think that's one, though. I don't think they would put a chin guard on a guy who got hit in the base or something like that. That would be pretty cool if they did, actually. But my guess is more, it's probably just, it's the helmet that the created guy who I overwrote to create Pafko had assigned to him by default, and I just never adjusted it. Here's Bill Dallin. Dallin batting .278, 1-1 the count. Fastball is fouled off. David Lando from Cubs Nation joins us. How are you, David? You missed Ron Santo. 3-run jack in the bottom of the first to get the Cubbies on the board. Fastball, Dallin fouls it off. One-two pitch. Fastball. Dallin fouls that one off as well. One and 2. Vance delivers. Curveball. Dallin lays off. Two-two pitch from Vance. Breaking ball. Dallin fouls that one off as well. Cubs are making Vance work here in the early going. Vance a perfect 3-0 so far in the postseason. Cubs trying to wreck that. Line drive by Dallin. That's out in the right field. There's a base hit. Freezer gets to it quickly. Dallin holds at first with a 1-out single.
Batting ninth, the second baseman, number 15.
So that will bring up Darwin Barney. Again, the Cubs are still without a hit from the second base slot throughout this postseason. Javi Baez doesn't have a hit. Darwin Barney, who's really just a reserve utility guy, but they've started to play Barney because of his good defense. But he hasn't gotten a hit either. But they opted to start Barney here in this one, opting for the defense since Baez wasn't hitting at all either. So Barney gets the Game 7 start. He would not have drawn that up when this postseason began. Vance deals. Fastball's a called strike. He does have a walk. So he has at least reached base, but I'm not sure Baez has. Baez may have thrown a walk at some point. 0-1 pitch from Vance. Off the plate, it's 1-1. Dazzy Vance fighting it a bit here. Here's the pitch. Fastball at the knees. It's 1-2. The Dodgers opted for Vance on 3 days rest instead of Preacher Row. Can't really go wrong in that equation, but Vance has been perfect in the postseason. Fastball up and in. He whiffs Barney for the second out of the inning. Third strikeout for Vance.
Number 0.
That'll turn the order over and bring up Bill Lang. Lang singled his first time up. Vance deals. Curveball down to the dirt, spikes away from Campanella, and the runner will take second. 59-foot curveball from Vance, and the runner moves up. Vance from the set, delivers. Curveball. Lang takes that one. It's 2-0. Vance from the set. Fastball misses down and away. 3-0. Bill Cavaretta waits on deck. And the fastball misses down low for ball 4. So Lang draws the walk. 2 on, 2 outs. Bottom of the second. Here's Cavaretta. Cavaretta hit a bloop single his first time up. And then came home on the Santo homer. Clark the Cub trying to get the Cubs crowd revved up, although I don't think they need any help at this point. Vance deals. Curveball misses inside. 1-0 the count. Beatles eternally. How are you, buddy? Good to see you. Checking in here for Game 7. Be sure to tune into Beatles channel. H100. I like that Cubs mascot. Yeah, Clark's a good one. Clark's a good mascot. 1-1 breaking ball. Cavaretta pops it foul and out of play. And while I do just don't think it's anything that you would have done, I don't think it would have happened, I will give Alternate History 100 credit there, because at least it was foresight. He didn't just say they should have walked Santo after the fact. He did say it before he got the hit. And quite a hit it was for those joining late. On Santo, a 3-run jack in the bottom of the first, as the Cubbies up 3-0 here in Game 7. 2-2 pitch to Cavaretta, fastball just off the corner. And the count goes full. Stan Hack waits on deck. Three-two pitch from Vance. Curveball gets Cavaretta. Oh, that is a huge strikeout for Vance. And we'll see if it helps him right the ship in what has been a tough slog through the first two. We head to the top of the third, Game 7 of the NLCS, 3-0 Cubbies. Here's Davey Lopes. Lopes batting .259. No homers and an RBI. He deals. Curveball. Lopes pulls it down to first. Santo dives, knocks it down, tries to recover quickly. Lopes runs well, but Santo throws a dart over to first and gets Lopes. Terrific play here by Santo. First to knock it down and then to recover to get the speedy Lopes at first. Close play there. But a terrific job by Santo to not quit on that one. And he gets Lopes by half a step, one away. Here's Pete Reeser. Reeser batting .217. Fastball is in for a called strike. Reeser has a pair of solo homers. To get the insurance run homer in Game 6. Pops this one up. In the foul territory, Cavaretta's underneath it. Puts it away for the second out.
Batting ninth, the shortstop, Bill Russell.
So that'll bring up Russell. Russell batting .273 in the postseason. Russell's done a nice job. No homers, 2 RBI. Dodgers only have 1 hit to this point. Only in the third. Only have 1 hit. That was Ripper Collins. Thrown out, trying to stretch it into a double. Fastball misses inside. The Cubs defense overall has been terrific throughout the playoffs. That has been a big help for them. Curveball swung on, foul tip. It's held on to by Hartman. The count goes to 1-2. Warneke rocks and fires again. Screwball out of the zone. It's 2-2. And the winner of this one will face the Red Sox in the World Series for year 4 of the FSBL. Russell puts this one out into left. Long run for Packo. No shot at him getting to that one. Russell will hold up with a bloop 2-out single. That will turn the order over. Russell got that one a bit off the end of the bat. That actually worked to his benefit there with the bloop single. So here's Jackie Robinson. Robinson is 0 for 1. First pitch from Warneke misses up high. Warneke grounded out. Robinson grounded out his first time up. Holly the Bernedoodle has joined me in the studio here. Kicking into Game 7 action. Robinson pops this one up. Cavaretta's going back on it. He'll get under it. Puts it away, and the side is retired. So down go the Dodgers. In the top of the third, we head to the bottom half. Hack, Nicholson, and Santo do up for the Cubbies. They lead it 3-0 here in Game 7. Here's Stan Hack, struck out his first time up.
The designated hitter, Stan Hack.
Vance rocks, fires, slides down the left field line into the seats and foul. Fastball up and in, and the count goes to 0-2. Vance misses outside. 1-2 the count. Last time Cubs and Red Sox met in the World Series, 1918. Yes, sir, it's been a minute. I'm trying to think off the top of my head now if either team has anybody who was actually on the 1918 roster to either of those teams, who are like in the FSBL now, who are in that World Series. I'm not processing that in the top of my head right now. Full count as Vance works to Hack. 3-2 pitch. Hack, line shot to second, right at Lopes, and there's one away.
Now batting, number 43.
Here's Bill Nicholson. Nicholson 0 for 1. He grounded out his first time up. 5 for 22 in the series. Fastball misses up high. 1-0 pitch. Ball misses away. It's 2-0. Delivers again. Curveball. Nicholson lays off. 3-0 the count. Vance deals. Fastball misses up and in for ball 4. The Cubs have been very patient in this win. And Vance has kind of been right around the corners, but he's not hitting them. And the Cubs are taking advantage. Here's Santo, the big blow in the game. 3-run shot in the first. 1 man on, 1 man out. First pitch fastball from Vance is a called strike. But Cubs Red Sox was 19-18. Dodgers Red Sox was 28. Curveball from Vance, and Santo lays off. Cubs not doing Dazzy Vance any favors here in the early going. 1-1 pitch. Curveball gets away from Vance there, and it's 2-1. That one went way up high. Vance from the set. Delivers. 2-1 pitch. Santo fouls it off. 2-2 now the count. Packed house here at Wrigley, as you would imagine for a Game 7. Santo hammers another one, but that one is well fouled. Vance deals. Fastball swung on and missed. High cheddar. Santo can't catch up to it. 5th strikeout for Vance. There's 2 away here in the bottom of the 3rd. Here's Gabby Hartnett. Hartnett struck out his first time up. Curveball from Vance misses inside. Hartnett, as we mentioned, Hartnett had a terrible regular season here in year 4. But he got hot like the final week of the season. Hartnett actually had a 3-homer game in the clincher against the Reds. He has carried that form into the postseason. Fastball from Vance. This is inside. It's 2-0. Hard to believe coming to the end of the 4th season of this project. 2-0 the count. Fastball from Vance. Hartnett swings and misses. Vance from the set. Delivers. Fastball up and in. Hartnett doesn't offer. 3-1 the count. Andy Tafko waits in the on-deck circle for the Cubs. Here's the pitch. Fastball swung on and missed, and the count goes full. Nicholson will get a head start at first here with the full count. 2 outs, bottom of the 3rd. Dazzy Vance at 76 pitches already. Payoff pitch. Fouled off, and we'll do it over again. Remember, Vance is also working on 3 days rest here. As is Warneke. Both pitch came 4. Breaking ball, fouled off. Cubs went to Warneke passing over Bill Hutchison, who got hammered twice in the playoffs. Vance checks the runner, delivers. Breaking ball, pulled foul. This will be pitch number 80 for Dazzy Vance in 3 innings. A terrific job by the Cubs hitters to this point. Their whole approach has been outstanding thus far. 3-2 pitch again. Fastball just up high for ball 4. So Hartnett with a terrific at-bat works out the walk. First and second, 2 outs. Here's Pafko. Pafko is 0 for 1. Fastball fouled off. Again, the Dodgers, both of these teams obviously are in an all-hands-on-deck situation. Little surprised we have not seen bullpen work yet from the Dodgers. Fastball there, Pafko fouls it off, and Vance is ahead 0-2. 27 pitches here in this 3rd inning for Dazzy Vance. Crowd on its feet here at Wrigley, trying to get Pafko through with a big hit. 0-2 offering. High fly ball out to left center. Davis ranging over. He's got a beat on it, puts it away. And the side is retired. So Vance gets out of the jam. We are 1/3 of the way through Game 7 here at Wrigley. Cubs 3, Dodgers nothing. Willie Davis will lead off the top of the 4th. Davis struck out his first time up. He is 8 for 25 in the series. Lon Warneke, in contrast to Vance, has only thrown 39 pitches through 3 innings, and Davis opens up the top of the 4th with a base hit. Davis on first. Here is Dan Brothers, and boy, could the Dodgers use Brothers breaking out here. It is inconceivable what a rough postseason Brothers has had. 0 for 1 today, 3 for 21 in the series. Was a lifetime 300 hitter, one of, I think it's 3 guys in FSBL history who have hit 300 in all 4 years, guys who were in the original class. Brothers has just not gotten anything going. And 1 changeup in for a called strike. The old timers would mock the chin guard. 1-2 pitch, screwball misses away. Brothers doesn't offer at it. 2-2 pitch from Warneke. Fastball down low. Campanella waits on deck. If Davis goes at any point, speed on the base at first. Warneke checks it. 3-2 offer. Brothers, high fly ball to right, hooking towards the line. Fielded nicely by Nicholson as he hits the sidewall. Brothers retired, and there's 1 away. Good job there by Bill Nicholson. Not really much territory in foul ground there down that line. Nicholson makes the play, 1 down. Here's Campanella. Campanella's 0 for 1. Fastball in for a called strike. Throw over to first. Davis gets back in. Appreciate y'all tuning in here for some Sunday evening playoff baseball. It's Game 7. Game 7 is good anytime. 0-1 the count. Warneke deals. Pitch out. Runner doesn't go. One offering from Warneke. Fastball. Runner goes. Throw down to second is a bullet from Hartnett, and he gets him. Hartnett throws out Willie Davis trying to steal, and the Cubs defense comes through again. This time it's Gabby Hartnett who guns out Willie Davis. 2 away here in the top of the 4th. 1-2 the count to Campanella. Cranks that one hard but foul. Cubs got the big 3-run homer from Santo, and since then, just doing the small big things. Good quality at bats, patience, not helping out Dazzy Vance. Couple of good defensive plays. Campanella skies this one to left. It'll stay in the yard. Half goes underneath it, and the side is retired. 4 scoreless for Lon Warneke, the rookie coming up huge. Bottom of the 4th here at Wrigley. Cubs 3, Dodgers nothing. Dallin, Barney, and Lang 2 up to Chicago.
Leading off for the Cubs.
So Vance will start the 4th, which I admit I'm finding a little bit surprising. And again, Vance has been sensational. He had a great regular season. He's been great in the postseason. And in the game 7, I'll get involved starting in the 5th rather than in my customary 7th, just because I want to really put things like that. But I mean, obviously, if Vance settles in here, fine. But I kind of feel like if Vance gives up another run, he's got to come out of this game. And arguably, more than that. If he gives up another couple base runners, I think he really should come out as well. But it won't matter if the Dodgers don't score any runs. 1-1 count to Dallin, singled his first time up. SGJ Jamie notes in the chat, you can just feel things stacking against the Dodgers. It does have that kind of vibe, for sure. 1-2 fastball, Vance blows him away. 6th strikeout for Vance. 1 out in the 4th. Here's Darwin Barney. Barney struck out his first time. Cubs second basemen are now 0 for 25 in the postseason. Actually, no. 18 and 9. So 0 for 28 now. Fastball misses up and away. 2-0 the count. Vance deals. Barney takes. It's 3-0. You cannot walk Darwin Barney if you are Dazzy Vance in this situation. 3-0 pitch from Dazzy. Misses up high. It is a 4-pitch walk to Darwin Barney, who couldn't hit water if he fell out of a boat at the moment. And he's on first. 1 away. Order turns over. Here's Bill Lang. Lang is 1 for 1. That really should prompt some bullpen action for the Dodgers. Lang lashes it to right, but it is right at Reeser. Puts it away for the second out. Barney retreats to first. Lang hit that ball hard. Reeser in the right spot. 2 down. Here's Phil Cavarretta. Cavarretta is 1 for 2. Single and a run scored. He's now 7 for 28 in the series. 250 average. Vance delivers. Breaking ball. Cavarretta, 1 hopper. Nicely picked by Russell. Flips to Lopes. And the side is retired. Nifty little play there from Bill Russell. So we're through 4 at Wrigley. Game 7 of the NLCS. Cubs 3, Dodgers nothing. Wheat, Collins, and Lopes due up for LA. Here's Zach Wheat. 0 for 1. Grounded out his first time up. He is now 5 for 26 in the series. Rollers and Wheat both being ice cold. Not a recipe for success for this Dodgers lineup. Changeup at the knees. You can throw the marginally better Jackie Robinson into that trio as well. consider that, the fact that the Dodgers have even gotten this to a Game 7 is actually somewhat incredible. 0-2 the count. Warneke deals. Sweet fouls off the changeup. O2 pitch from Warneke. Fastball misses up high. And he gets him with the fastball. Down goes Wheat. Fourth strikeout for Warneke, and there's one away here in the top of the fifth. That'll bring up Ripper Collins. Collins singled with 2 outs in the second, but was thrown out by Andy Pafko trying to stretch it into a double on a shot down the left field line. Fouls off the first pitch, 0-1. Fastball there, Warneke goes up high, Collins fouls off another. 0-2 the count. Warneke deals. Change up gets him, down goes Collins. Back-to-back strikeouts for Warneke here in the top of the fifth. He's got 5 now. And the Dodgers just need something to give them a hint of momentum in this ballgame. Here's Davey Lopes. Lopes is 0 for 1. Ground ball to short. Easy play for Dallin. Charges, wings it to first, and the side is retired. 5 scoreless for the rookie, Lon Warneke. We are midway through at Wrigley. Heading to the bottom of the fifth. Cubs 3, Dodgers nothing. Game 7 of the NLCS. Dazzy Vance at 93 pitches. And now that we're in the fifth, I won't necessarily pull him yet, but oh, and they do have full pennant. They have Grimes and they've got Koufax up throwing. All right, there you go. That's kind of what we were looking for. Probably an inning later than I would have done it. But so again, Koufax only on a couple of days rest, but Koufax will give you a couple innings at least in this one. He and Burleigh Grimes throwing in the Dodgers bullpen. Stan Hack loops this one out to shallow center. Davis coming on, gets there for out number 1.
Now batting, number 43.
So while the Dodgers have Koufax available in relief, remember the Cubs do have Ferguson Jenkins. They've said they think they can get a couple of innings out of in this game if necessary. Here's Bill Nicholson. He's 0 for 1. First ball from Vance is a called strike. 0-1 pitch. Line shot. Snared by Russell. And there's 2 away. Nathaniel says that's a desperate move. Well, it's a desperate move, but it's also a necessary move. I mean, if Koufax is your best guy, and if you lose this, you go home. You're not saving Koufax for another day at this point. You got to get through this game or your season is over. So it's a desperate move, but it's also desperate time. So, I mean, it's certainly it's the logical move, but yes, it's a move that is coming out of desperation. Dodgers are in a desperate situation right now. Curveball misses down and in. Santo 1 for 2. Vance deals. Santo chases one down in the dirt. 1-2 the count. That was pitch number 100 from Vance. Fastball there. Santo fouls it off. One-two pitch from Vance. Curveball. Santo doesn't chase. Just terrific discipline on the whole. I know Vance has gotten his strikeouts, but they haven't been lack of discipline strikeouts. Cubs have just put together really good at-bats all game here. Santo hammers that one foul. Down a hole to 2-2. Vance delivers. Breaking ball, Santo, grounder to second. Lopes has it, throws to first. So the smoothest inning for Dazzy Vance comes in the fifth, which was probably his last. We head to the top of the sixth at Wrigley. Still 3-0 Cubs. Reeser, Russell, and Robinson due up for LA. So here's Pete Reeser, popped out his first time up. He's now only batting .208 in the postseason. A lot of low averages for these Dodgers. Pitching has been their hallmark, as it has been for much of their real-life history. Fastball misses up high. One and 0 the count. Changed up on the inside corner. Just a terrific gutsy performance here from Lon Warneke. Rookie, a very solid rookie season, 11-11. Got better as the year went on, but a Game 7 for a World Series berth is a lot of pressure for a rookie hurler. 2-2 pitch. Change up. Reeser gets a piece to stay alive. Making deals. Off the plate, Reeser lays off. There will be a three-day break before the World Series begins. Fastball swung on and missed, tied him up. Down goes Reeser. 6 strikeouts for Warneke. There's 1 out here in the top of the 6th. Comes inside just off the black, and Reeser gets tied up. 1 away. Here's Russell. He's 1 for 1. He dropped a base hit in the left his first time up. So that 3-day break before the World Series begins should really allow for at least a almost complete reset for the pitching staffs. You might need to start, your ace in a game 2, depending on when you start, instead of a game 1. But for the most part, you should be able to get your rotation pretty much in order. 2-0 pitch. Russell grounds it down. Fields knows filthy pitch. Yeah, Warneke is he's hitting his spots. Terrific performance thus far. 2-1 pitch to Russell. High fastball popped up. Barney out in the shallow center, puts it away for out number 2.
Now batting, third baseman, Jackie.
Order turns over. Here's Jackie Robinson. Robinson is 0 for 2. He is now 5 for 22 in the series. He is popped out and grounded out. Machado hits bombs. The hummingbird is humming. How are you, my friend? Good to see you. Thanks for coming by. Change up on the outside corner for strike 1. Another just nasty pitch. Robinson has hit .292 in this series. It actually doesn't see. Oh, that's counting the last game of the division series. That's why that number looks skewed. I was gonna say he's not hitting that in this series. We just gave his series number. He skies out to Lang in center, and the side is retired. 6 scoreless from Warneke in Game 7. We head to the bottom of the 6th. Gabby Hartnett leads off, and Burleigh Grimes is actually going to get the call here for the Dodgers in the 6th inning. Grimes 1-1, 3.38 ERA. Again, kind of throw the ERA out the window, given the small sample size. Hartnett will lead off. Let's give a quick check. Grimes actually only appeared once at the end of the regular season. That's right. Somebody was hurt. He ended up being he was a September call-up, and he only got into 1 game. And now Grimes throwing in Game 7. He's been effective. Old Stubblebeard, the last legal spitballer. Burleigh Grimes. Good note there from our good friend Beatles Eternally. Both Grimes gets them through the sixth here. Curveball misses down and in. Jim Brewer and Van Mungo, so they've sat Koufax down at this point. 1-1 the count. Grimes deals. Fastball swung on and missed. It's 1-2. Grimes delivers. Hartnett, ground ball to third. Robinson picks it nicely. Throws over to first. There's one away. So Hartnett grounds out. I would forget that Robinson played third base a decent amount in his career. Obviously, he was still primarily a second baseman. I want to see. I think if you're the Dodgers there and you're going to have any of these guys in your bullpen, I mean, you can see Koufax's energy bar as well. I get that. But you know what? You've got Preacher Rowe out there available. You know what? We're going to do that. We're going to get Preacher Rowe as the lefty throwing. Keep an eye on that. For now, it's Grimes working the Pafko. Fastball misses up high. Again, right now, the pitching isn't the problem for the Dodgers. I mean, look, Vance had to gut and grind and didn't have his best stuff for sure. But he hasn't given up a run since the 3-run homer from Santo in the first. But the Dodgers have done nothing at the plate. Shot out to right. Reeser is there. Puts it away. Pafko's retired. There's 2 down.
Now batting, number 54.
So that'll bring up Bill Dallin. Dallin is 1 for 2. He singled in the second. Fastball misses inside. Fastball up high. It's 2-0. Deals. Breaking ball, skied out to right. Reeser is under it. Good inning for Burleigh Grimes, and the side is retired. Cubbies go in order. We'll head to the top of the 7th. We'll see if Warneke, remember, Warneke's working on 3 days rest as well. That's kind of gotten lost in the picture here. We were talking about it with Vance. But Warneke is in the same boat, but he's going to start the 7th. 74 pitches. Here's Willie Davis. Davis is 1 for 2. Fastball is fouled off. Not appear to be anybody throwing in that Cubs bullpen. Screwball misses down and away. And of course, as we say that, there now is action in the Cubs bullpen. French and Elston starting the throw. 1-1 offer. Davis pulled it back. One-two pitch. Screwball misses down and away. It's 2-2. Dan Brothers waits on deck for Los Angeles. Curveball in there. Called strike 3. Warneke locks up Willie Davis. 7th strikeout for Warneke. Fastball, screwball, fastball, screwball, curveball, good night. Down goes Davis. Here comes Brothers. Brothers is 0 for 2. Fastball fouls it off. Brothers he's not even hitting balls hard. And 1 the count. Fastball misses up high. Again, with an ice cold Brothers and Wheat and a fairly cold Jackie Robinson. Dodgers are fighting an uphill climb for sure. 1-1 pitch from Warneke. Rollers pulls it to second, right at Barney. Throws the first, 2 away.
The catcher, number 39.
The Dodgers just not even, again, they're just, none of them, and not just Rollers, none of them are just hitting the ball even hard. Here's Campanella 0 for 2. He's struck out and flown out, 9 for 26 in the series. Fastball off the plate for ball 1. Good friend Jamie said a few innings ago, you got the feeling that things were just kind of stacking up on the Dodgers. And that has only been more the case over the last few innings. 1-1. Warneke misses with the fastball down and away. 2-1 pitch. Change up. Campanella flails at it. Out in front of it and out of the zone. 2-2 the count. Here's the pitch. Broken bat. Shrapnel everywhere. Pop up to second. Barney puts it away. And Warneke leaves Campanella holding a matchstick at the plate. 7th inning stretch time at Wrigley. Let me hear you. We go to the bottom of the 7th. Cubs Nation thrilled with a 3-0 lead. So Grimes will start the bottom of the 7th. He was terrific in the 6th. No reason to take him out at this point. Darwin Barney will lead things off. Barney is 0 for 1 with a walk. Again, when we got to the Final Four here, we were always going to have a matchup of 2 teams to never make the World Series. Red Sox have punched their ticket. They'll face the winner here. Right now, everything is tilting Cubs. Ground ball down the first. Brothers takes it to the bag. Shane Painter comes in. How is it Barney and not Sandberg? LOL. Because that's the nature of the project. Guys come in at different times. So it's not everybody's best player at every position from the start here. So, Sandberg may come in year 6. He may come in year 8. He's in their master pool, but he's not here yet. 0-1 pitch. Ground ball to short. Russell has it. Throws over to first, and there's 2 away. Trust me, nobody thinks Darwin Barney is the best second baseman in Cubs history. Here's Phil Cavarretta. Cavarretta 1 for 3, singled his first time up. Fastball swung on and missed. One offering from Grimes. Fastball is in for a called strike. It's 0-2. 0-2 offering. Breaking ball misses down low. One-two pitch from Grimes. Cavarretta, kind of a check swing. Soft little humpback liner out to Russell, who puts it away, and the side is retired. So we head to the 8th. Nice job by Burleigh Grimes. 2 scoreless innings of relief. Now the Dodgers bats try to get something going. Here's Zach Wheat to start it off against Warneke. Wheat 0 for 2 on the day, now 5 for 27 in the series. The Dodgers have done nothing against rookie Lon Warneke here in Game 7. Fly ball, lazy fly to center. Lang is under it. 1 pitch, 1 out here in the top of the 8th.
The batter, number 12.
Here's Ripper Collins. Collins is 1 for 2. Single back in the second, was thrown out trying to stretch it into a double. Fastball misses down low. 1-0 pitch. Screwball down low. It's 2-0. Fastball is fouled off. Two-one pitch. Change up, misses down and away. Three and one the count. He deals. Fastball in for a call. Strike and the count goes full. Crowd on his feet here at Wrigley. Warneke deals. Fastball misses up high for ball 4. So Collins draws a 1-out walk. That'll bring up Davey Lopes. Lopes is 0 for 2. He's grounded out twice. Cubs 5 outs away from a World Series berth here in year 4 of the FSBL. Rookie Lon Warneke has been spectacular here today. Now at 95 pitches, he might be reaching the end of his line. 1-0. Lopes puts it the other way down the line. That's going to be a base hit for Lopes. Nicholson gets it going into the sidewall. Throw comes in, and it's second and third with 1 out. And the Dodgers trying to mount their rally. An opposite field double. All right, so now we got to go and see a couple of things. For one thing, all right, Lee Smith is up and throwing. That's what I want to see. I want to make sure that Smith is warming up. All right, so now, as long as Smith is warming up, you have no problem asking Smith for an extra couple outs if needed here. And he's warm already. Trying to see if you go to Smith now or if you give Warneke another hitter. Asking Smith for 5 outs is a lot. Well, first of all, I think if you're the Dodgers here, Reeser has not swung a good bat. They're weak on the bench, though. The Dodgers do not have a great bench. Reeser homered in the last game. I mean, Pinckney has done nothing in the playoffs. You don't want to use Sosha because then you don't have your backup. You don't have a backup catcher. Really, no. Mondesi's done all right. I think just because Reeser homered in the last game, I'm still going to let Reeser take this. I'm still going to let Reeser hit here. So now it's just a matter if we feel like bringing Smith in for the 5-out save. Let me see. Let's do the mound visit thing. What did it say? Warneke, I mean, his confidence is peak, but his energy is gas. I don't know, that peak confidence, though. Reeser, well, I don't have a clock here that I have to make a decision on. That's, like I said, I always like trying to make the right decision for both teams here. I like leaving Reeser in there. I mean, Warneke has given you everything you possibly could. That his energy is almost completely empty, though, kind of concerns me. I think they're going to do it. I think they're going to do it. Going to go for the 5-out save from Smith. If you have to bring in somebody after him, that's fine. But I think you're going to the big guy here. Again, the stamina is completely taxed on Warneke here. And Lee Smith's going to get the call. So Lon Warneke gives about as stellar an effort as you could possibly have asked for if you are a Cubs fan. The rookie on 3 days rest gets some words of encouragement from his teammates on the mound, and a standing ovation from the crowd here at Wrigley. And now he turns it over to the closer, Lee Smith. The Cubs will ask Smith to get 5 outs to send them to the World Series. He has saved both his postseason opportunities. Talks things over with Hartnett. And now Lee Smith gets to work. Second and third, 1 out here in the top of the 8th. Forkball at the knees for strike 1. Larry French, the lefty, still out there throwing. Oh, 1 pitch. Fastball misses down and in. Something like that, Jamie. Yeah. You know, it's with the confidence meter high. If he had like any more energy than he had, I would have given Warneke another hitter. But seeing that energy almost bottomed out, I felt like Smith was probably the better call for them here. Forkball misses down and away. It's 2-1. Yeah, I mean, he's Lee Smith. Like, is it ever a bad time to bring Lee Smith in? 2-1 pitch. Cutter misses away, 3-1. Bill Russell waits on deck. Smith delivers. Fastball misses up high, ball 4. So Reeser walks. The bases are loaded. 1 out. Russell has had a very good series. We're going to let Russell hit for himself. He's 9 for 21 in the series. Again, the Dodgers bench not particularly deep. Cutter from Smith is in for a called strike. One fastball misses outside. No room at the end for Smith here. Jackie Robinson waits on deck for the Dodgers. 1-1 from Smith. Fastball misses up high. It's 2-1. Energy has gotten decisively more nervous here at Wrigley Field. 2-1 the count. Smith deals. Russell, ground ball to third. Santo to second. On to first. 5-4-3 double play, and the side is retired. Smith gets the ground ball from Russell right to Santo to Barney to Cavaretta. 5-4-3. The Dodgers load the bases and come away with nothing. Bottom of the 8th. Game 7 at Wrigley. 3-0 Cubs. Burleigh Grimes has plenty of stamina. He's thrown only 20 pitches, and he's been perfect since coming in. So Grimes will get the inning to start. Here's Stan Hack. Hack is 0 for 3. Alternate history 100 doesn't like that result. Couldn't hit a better DP ball with a fungo bat. No joke, Jamie. No joke. Oh, man, that was huge. That was just a huge, huge play. The one thing the Dodgers couldn't have happen. Curveball misses down low. 1-2 as Grimes works to Hack. Ties him up with a slider. That's as bad as you're going to see Stan Hack look. He kind of gives Grimes a nod there. Like, all right, that was a wicked pitch. So Grimes has done a terrific job in relief of Dazzy Vance here. Here's Bill Nicholson. Nicholson is 0 for 2. Fastball is a called strike. Just in case the game wants to kind of get a little wonky with its management. I don't know why you would take Smith out. Fergie Jenkins is going to warm up in the Cubs bullpen. Jenkins again, obviously in the rotation. He's tired. He started a couple games ago. They just want to make sure that it's got somebody like that available if it decides it wants to take Smith out for whatever reason. Chopper back to the mound. Grimes comes off the hill, throws the first, and quickly 2 outs here in the 8th. Burleigh Grimes has done a terrific job here for the Dodgers. Here is Ron Santo. First inning, 3-run jack from Santo, the only runs of the ball game. Grimes delivers. Slider misses down low. Jenkins the right-hander, French the left-hander. That is insurance. Lee Smith got the 2 outs in the 8th. He should be on tap to try to get the 5-out save to send the Cubs to the World Series. 1-1 as Grimes works to Santo. High fly ball on the left, shallow. Wheat coming on, it's a long run, but he gets there and puts it away. Buckle up, folks. We head to the top of the 9th in Game 7. The Cubs face the top of the Dodgers order. Top of the 9th, 3-0 Chicago. And Lee Smith rightfully stays on. Here's Jackie Robinson. Robinson is 0 for 3. The crowd at Wrigley on its feet. First pitch fastball from Smith is a called strike. The Dodgers had the bases loaded in the 8th with 1 out and came up empty. 0-1 fastball misses away. Smith deals. Wicked slider there. Robinson fouls it off, and Smith is ahead of Jackie 1-2. Hartnett sets up away. Smith deals. Robinson pops it up. Cavaretta in foul ground. Puts it away for out number 1. The Cubs are 2 outs away from sending the Franchise Stars Baseball League to 1918. Here's Willie Davis. Davis is 1 for 3. Single back in the 4th. On par for the series. Davis is 9 for 27 here in the NLCS. Smith delivers. Cutter in for a called strike. Oh, 1 pitch. Fastball just blazes it down the middle. Davis basically flinched, and the count goes to 0-2. No one is sitting at Wrigley. Smith delivers. Davis pops it up to short, down and underneath it, and the Cubs are an out away from the National League pennant. 82-80 was enough to win the NL Central. The worst record of any team to make an FSBL postseason in the 4 years of the league. And now Lee Smith faces Dan Brothers to try to finish it off. Top of the zone for strike 1. Fastball at the knees for strike 2. The Dodgers down to their final strike. Smith is throwing bullets right now. Hartnett wants it up. Smith deals. Way up, and Brothers lays off. Roy Campanella waits on deck for LA, hoping for a chance. 1-2 pitch. Fastball called strike 3. The ball game is over, and the Chicago Cubs are the National League champions of year 4 of the FSBL. The Dodgers fall in the NLCS for a second straight year. And we've got Cubs, Red Sox, World Series, year 4 of the FSBL. A 5-out save for Lee Smith. An exciting exceptional start from Lon Warneke, and just a terrific, terrific job by the Chicago Cubs. What a job by Chicago. Congratulations, David. Oh, my goodness. What a game. And again, I mean, Vance was not great by any means, but he didn't give up anything after that first. The Santo 3-run jack there. Vance allowed 4 hits, struck out 6. He walked 4. And again, we talked in the intro of Vance, that he hadn't given up many hits in the postseason. He had obviously been great. He was 3-0. He had won all 3 of his starts. His ERA was under 3. Vance had been sensational. That's why he got the start in there. But he had battled control issues, which is another reason, aside from it just being the first inning. I know AH100 likes kind of clinging to the should have walked Santo in the first. You're not intentionally walking the bases loaded in the first inning ever at any point in history. You're not going to do that. But also, another reason for not doing that is the fact that Vance walks guys. So now you're going to put him in a pressure point there where he has no margin for error in the first inning. You're not going to do that to a pitcher in that spot. And Santo got a pitch you can handle, and he did what he did with it. But the story of this is the Dodgers' offense not getting anything done. That's the story. This isn't about the pitching, or the home run even that Vance allowed. This is about the fact that the Dodgers went scoreless, and the Dodgers hit like 220 for the series. Their pitching is sensational, but at some point the Dodgers got to be able to mount some consistent offense. You had Wheat. Can check out the box score here for final series numbers. It's not going to give me the series numbers. It'll give me overall playoff numbers. Robinson 220, Brothers 152, Wheat 220. I mean, that's just a very hard trio to have be ice cold and not have it eventually go off the rails for the Dodgers. But look at the Cubbies here. I know Nicholson's average stinks, but 341 for Santo in the playoffs, 306 for Hartnett, 295 for Lang. So the Cubs, they got 2 great performances there. Lang and Hack got cooled off a bit by the Dodgers, but look at that start from Warneke. 7 1/3, 4 hits, 1 walk, 7 strikeouts. He's now got a 1.66 ERA in 3 starts in the postseason. Oh, appreciate that, man. AH, thank you so much, buddy. And like I said, I give credit. I completely disagree with it. As far as what you were saying earlier, but to your credit, you did say it before. It's not like Santo hit the home run and you said, "Oh, they should have walked him." You said that before that, so I certainly give you credit for that, because it did play out. It did play out, making you look smart on that one, because 2 pitches later, Santo went out onto Wayland Avenue, and that sets up our World Series for year 4. Cubs, Red Sox will have 3-day rest. Obviously, it won't take me 3 days to do a broadcast, but on the calendar it's 3 days rest, so things are going to get to reset rotation-wise a little bit. Actually, we'll kind of go a little bit behind the 4th wall here, and we'll get out of... Actually, give me one second here. I want to go to the highlight reel for... No, not the highlight reel. That's not what I want. Sorry. Replay vault. Replay runs short, just because I want to get an image of that. Santo, for those of you who missed it, look, Dwayne noticed this right as it happened. Look at the reaction from Dazzy Vance here. Hands on the head, he knew it, because Santo crushed that ball. 3-run jack from Ron Santo, and Warneke and Smith make it stand up. Oh, come on, give me that. I want the point of impact graph. Here we go. All right, that one. Sorry, I just wanted to take a screen grab of it. All right, so now let's go and let's get to the calendar and let's see how this will all set up. So the Red Sox have home field, so game 1 will be at Fenway. You've got a 3-day break between. So Jenkins, yeah, don't mind that matchup that it's giving there. It's not even going to remotely be like that. So it's not going to be Hutchinson and Wilson, I promise. So it's gonna be Jenkins, obviously, for the Cubs. And then for Boston, let me see, Young through the game 7, Pedro through. Young through game 6, Pedro through game 5. So Pedro will start, and then at that point, you're on 4 days rest, so Young can come back for game 2. So the Sox are set up really nicely here. Pedro will start the opener. Cy Young will start in game 2. Fergie Jenkins will start game 1 for the Cubs. And then game 2, honestly, off the results of this series, you probably start Bill Hands in game 2. I know Warneke would be on full rest to be able to go there, but I think you're probably going to go Jenkins and Hands, and then you'll go Warneke with the game 3 start for the Cubbies. Carl Mays will probably start game 3 for the Red Sox. And then from there, it'll all kind of depend on how the series goes. But we're set. Cubs, Red Sox, World Series. Hopefully we'll have game 1 tomorrow night. Thank you guys for tuning in. As always, Alternate History 100 was here. Nathaniel David Lando and his Cubbies. Glad you got to see that one finish off. Beatles Eternally. SGJ Jamie was here. Shane Painter, not really sure how the project went, but that's all right. I get it. You come in late and you're looking at this and you're like, why is Darwin Barney at second base instead of Sandberg? I get it. It's all right. Just I'll do this very, 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 very quickly. For those who have kind of listened and come new to this, who haven't really known how this project works, it's kind of franchise stars with a twist. Every franchise has a 100-player master pool. 40 guys from that master pool were chosen at random for year 1. Every year, 4 guys from the remaining 60 players in that 100-player pool, plus 1 random Negro Leaguer, join each franchise. So you've got a lot of legendary guys who are obviously the best guys, to play for a franchise who aren't actually in the project yet. The Cubs, it's not just Sandberg. Billy Williams isn't here yet. Ernie Banks isn't here yet. Hack Wilson isn't here yet. Just as an example for the Cubbies, they're all going to be in the project eventually. It's just a matter of when they arrive to the project. So that's the setup. So that's why you see something like, Darwin Barney and Javier Baez splitting time at second base because Ryan Sandberg isn't on the roster because basically in this universe he doesn't exist yet. So that's the setup for that. But anyway, so that's just kind of want to address Shane's point there as he pondered why Darwin Barney is anywhere near a league like this. John who hits bombs checked in as well, and our good friend Dwayne Martz was in the house early on. Oh, Christopher Slovak. I totally missed Chris was here earlier. Oh, I apologize for that, Chris. And Greg Gorecki was here. It's funny. I saw the green for Greg, and then I saw the green logo pop up again. I thought it was Greg commenting again. I didn't realize that it was Slovak. I apologize to that, Christopher, if you are still around. I did not mean to ignore you, my friend. So anyway, now we're just rambling. We're going to wrap it up. Bang that like button if you haven't. Subscribe if you haven't as of yet. And most importantly, be good to each other. And we'll talk soon. The Cubs head to the World Series. Cubs Red Sox game 1 tomorrow night.